is the Schmo with the Pro with the number 4th ranked UFC middleweight. He's 23-7 on a 5-fight winning streak. Derek Brunson in the flesh, International Fight Week, Las Vegas. How we doing?
I'm doing good. You know, I'm out in Vegas gambling a little bit, so just having fun, enjoying Vegas.
Hey, the Wesley Snipes Demolition Man lookalike, man. You got to grow that thing out a little bit longer, though. You're letting it go.
Yeah, no, I just cut it. So, like, when I cut it, it kind of fades a little bit, but then, yeah, I hit it again. It grows a little bit, and then we're all good.
That's right, man. Now talk to the Schmo for a second. We saw you getting some work over at the Mayweather gym, showing the hands a little bit, man. What's that all about?
I don't know, man. Jake Paul been calling me out, so I figure, if we're going to do this boxing thing, we go to the number one source when it comes to boxing, get those hands right, and then, we go knock some people out.
But that's just a tease, man. He doesn't really want this smoke. And also, Uncle Dana, he wouldn't let that happen. You're still under contract.
Yeah, you never know, man. There's crazy things that happen. We saw Floyd fight Conor, so, there's a possibility. Yeah, I'm under contract with the UFC, but I'm not really married to any one thing. I'm a martial artist, so I like all disciplines. And, yeah, if the time was right or if it was an opportunity for me to box, I would definitely do it, especially that guy.
Yes, indeed. Now, talk to the Schmo for a second, man. Obviously, you're coming off that big win against Darren Till. How long are you willing to wait for a title shot, or is there a timeline that you will just say, hey, all right, we can't wait. Number one contender fight, and we all know who that is. That's Cannonier.
You think I deserve a title shot?
Well, potentially, or it's fighting Cannonier. It's one of the two options. It depends what happens with the Izzy Robert Whittaker fight. Someone pulls out, who knows? It could be to January, but could be a case for you. Obviously, it's you and Cannonier. It could be a case for both you guys. That's why a lot of people say you guys got to duke it out. The Schmo can hear both arguments.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if that was an opportunity, we had to, fight for that official number one contender spot, then, I'm with that, Izzy and Whittaker got pushed back due to COVID and stuff like that, so it kind of messed up my timeline. But I'll wreck another person and go ahead and submit that title shot. I mean, it is what it is.
So you're expecting the UFC to give you some sort of contract with a fight with Cannonier, let's say?
I don't know. We'll see, man. For some weird reason, I feel like Whittaker doesn't make it to the fight. I'm not wishing any bad will on him, but I just feel like, man, it's going to be my opportunity to step in for that title shot.
Indeed. Now talk to the Schmo for a second, man. When we look at the champion Israel Adesanya, that's the last guy to beat you. Then you've been on this fight winning streak, and you moved to Sanford MMA. I don't know what's in the water, Henry Hoof, that whole team, man, but something magical is going on with Derek Brunson, man. Why wasn't Marvin Vettori successful at wrestling Israel Adesanya in that matchup?
Because Marvin is a solid wrestler. He's more of like a meathead wrestler. He push guys against the cage, get doubles. He's really strong, so that's more. He don't really have any technical finishes and stuff like that. So in the first fight with Izzy, I got to a lot of spots that I know right now I would finish, just with making the changes, going down to Sanford, getting tougher training partners. So, yeah, me and Marvin are two different guys when it comes to grappling and wrestling,
So we went back to that fight, but how much better is this version of Derek Brunson than, let's say, that version of Derek Brunson? What's the level difference?
Oh, the level is double. We're a lot better in every area. That was the first time I tried to not lift weights. If you look at my fights before, I was super big and I would get a little fatigued. So I was like, okay, let's try not to lift weights. And then, when I get in the Izzy fight, I'm grabbing him and he's slipping out of my stuff. I'm like, okay, I probably should lift some weights.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started back.
Yeah, this weekend, UFC 266, everyone's talking about the return of Nick Diaz. He's fighting Robbie Lawler, who also trains at Sanford MMA. What did Robbie look like in training camp when you were over there training for your fight? What did Robbie look like inside the gym?
Robbie always looks good. He's a smart guy. He trains smart. He's a veteran of the game, so he's going to go out there and fight. So, and like you said, Nick Diaz coming back is definitely an interesting fight. Nick Diaz is definitely a fan favorite. Robbie Lawler is too.
Who was he getting work with inside the gym for this fight?
Everybody. I worked with him a little bit from my previous camp. We sparred a few times. And we got a whole bunch of guys, We have a whole bunch of Nick Diaz, and we have a whole bunch of top guys. So, yeah, he's definitely ready for the fight.
It's the same ruthless that all the fans are accustomed to that you went up against?
I think I think you're going to see an old school, vintage, ruthless Robbie Lawler. He lost to Nick Diaz 8 years ago. So he got a point to prove. He's going to come out and look to get the job done.
Yeah, did you see Nick Diaz yesterday? All the media's talking about him. Did you see him throwing hands and everything like that? Who do you think wins this fight from what you've seen so far?
Come on, man. You think I'm going to pick against my teammate?
Okay, but what's the prediction, though? Is it a knockout? Is it a finish? Come on, what is it?
I think it's going to be a good fight, man. I think it goes to decision. It's a 3-rounder, so...
5-rounder.
Wait, what?
This is a 5-round fight, and instead of being at 170, they're now at 185. They're at your weight class.
Oh, well, you know what? That changes things up. That's right. It is. Yeah. It's not the main event, but it's a co-main event, 5-rounder. That changes things up, man. That's interesting now. But, yeah, like I said, I look for Robbie Lawler to get the job done.
That's right. Your meme game, man, it's getting stronger as time progresses. When you finally loosen it up, man, and give it to all the fans on social media, what was the decision-making in that process?
I just got tired of being uptight, so I said, let's have a little bit of fun, you know. I'm at the point in my career that, like, if I'm not having fun, there's no point to do it. So, like, I was like, okay, let's just have some fun here.
That's right, man.
That's right.
What are you most looking forward to this big weekend, man? It's International Fight Week. Fans in attendance, UFC 266.
It's some good fights. So, I mean, I guess we got to say Ortega-Volkanovski is a good fight. Man, I don't know who's going to take that. Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz, that's a good fight. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to those fights and the rest of the fights on the card.
Yes, right. Can we get a final message for the Derek Brunson fans out there worldwide?
The next fight is going to be devastating. Whoever, if it's for the belt, if it's for a #1 contendership, if it's for Jake Paul, somebody's getting seriously finished. So believe that.
And when's the earliest we can see that happen? When do you think we'll see you step inside the combat zone?
I think early next year. Okay. We'll be back in the boxing ring or octagon. Early next year.
That's right. Q1 2022. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. Las Vegas, Nevada. We're out.